Knock, who's there? Hey, it's Uncle Icky back once again with a new trip report for you guys. And yes, you guys did read the title correctly. I finally got to journey once again with the sacred spirit molecule, N,N-dimethyltryptamine, baby. Now, I haven't smoked DMT in quite some time, so I knew I was in for one hell of a ride. But it was definitely a very profound, much needed experience, and I'm very excited to tell you guys about it. So let's jump right into it, shall we? This happened 2 days ago on Saturday. I was kicking out. I was kicking it in Tempe. My friend Hope had hit me up. She's like, "Dude, let's hang out." I was like, "Fuck yeah, bro, let's fucking do it." So like, She was hanging out at a house with a bunch of my other friends, and they were all tripping bowels. So I started to make my way over there, and she's like, "Yo, actually, someone's here is really tripping. It's probably best you don't come yet." I'm like, all right. And then someone else at the house had hit me up. They're like, "Yo, dude, come over." So I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. So, I happily make my way over there, like, I get there, open, knock on the door. One person like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And I sit down and shortly after sitting down, about 3 seconds, I felt it in the air, man. Not DMT, but a really intense vibe. These people, these guys, were all heavily flying on psychedelics. And they were having one of those trips that all psychonauts have been through where no one's getting along, people are fighting, arguing, it's one of those times. So I get there and apparently there's a little argument going on. So I get there and just kind of sit down in the back and just okay. And they're kind of doing their thing. Hope pulls me out, "Dude, let's go talk outside." So I'm like, go outside, talk. I'm like, "Yo, this is pretty crazy, man." She's like, I'm calming her down. Yeah, she's telling me, I have a really deep, into the spirit talk about, our lives and shit like that, which kind of falls into my DMT trip that I have. This goes on for about 30, 45 minutes. I walk back inside. I think I was going to grab my phone or something, and I walk in, and my boy Tristan's like, "Hey, do you want to smoke some DMT?" And at first, I was like, hell no, because here I am in a cesspool of bad vibes, really, I didn't want to do it just because of that reason alone. But then there's the angel and the devil popped up on my shoulder. And the angel's like, "Smoke the DMT." And the devil's like, "No, I don't need to smoke the DMT." So I was like, you know what? I don't know when I'm going to be able to have the chance to smoke DMT again. I might as well take it. Fuck it. I'm a warrior of light. I can journey through any, vibe sesh. So I figured I'm going to make this, as ceremonial as I can, surround myself with as many positive vibes as I can. Everyone comes in from, outside. I sit down. Now my boy Brock of Fractal Finds, I will link that in the description of this video. Please check him out if you guys are into all that heady stuff, dude. Wire raps like a motherfucker. He is fucking a beast at this shit. So please do yourselves a favor and check him out. He was there. My boy Tristan was there. Friend Charlene. Everybody's sitting on the couch. Chilling, and I'm take some of Brock's crystals, ones that really stood out to me, and I kind of just laid them around me, burned some sage, Palo Santo actually, and yeah, dude, put on some Icaros. Tristan handed me the pipe, and I was like, and there's a bunch of crystallized DMT at the bottom of it. It was through an oil burner. I sit back, everyone's just kind of sitting there watching me. I take the first hit. Long, hard draw in. Now, like I said, I wasn't prepared. I haven't smoked a DMT in a long time, so I really wasn't prepared for, this first hit really, pulled me deep, dude. My skin just started crawling, and the normal, and everything just kind of, from, the left side of my vision, just, this filter just, ripped in front of my line of vision, just making everything, vibrant and colorful, the normal effects of the DMT. So I blew it out and just caught a grip of myself, dude. And I took the second toke. When I took that second toke, my skin, I felt as if all my pores were opening up and closing my eyes, and I'm seeing, that spiderweb geometric mandalic pattern, a circular vortex spinning, spinning, spinning. So I felt like that second hit was really going to break me through. So I put down the pipe and I sat back and I tried to fall into it, and I just can't, my body just was so what's the word, like vibrating, like radiating, you know, it's like as if I was like feet first plugged into some cosmic generator and I was getting just energy. Like as almost if I wanted to like stand up and like walk around. So I took one more really hard long toke. And yeah, everything started opening, but I still had this, you know, sense of self. It wasn't a breakthrough. I still had a sense of my surroundings. Like I was like in the fetal position holding my legs. I could still feel like myself rapidly tight to like, you know, gripping myself, arms wrapped around me tightly. And like, you know, I remember just seeing all these like patterns and everything like that. My skin is just going like fucking haywire. And I started to cry, like really started to cry, because if you guys, you know, really watch those streams and stuff, if you guys follow, you religiously watch Icarus 480, you know, my life hasn't really been as ideal as I'd like it to be. If I'm being completely honest, 2017 has really, really sucked for me. I've struggled with a lot of depression, alcoholism, and all around not knowing what the fuck is going on in my life. And it's actually been really scary, you know, yeah, dude, it sucks. So this all started to come out, you know, I started to cry. And like, I could feel like, I don't know, I just felt like, and you know how I said my pores were opening up? It was just like all this energy of love just started filling my entire body. And that, you know, intellectual voice within the psychedelic experience started to speak to me. And, you know, it just, you know, kind of laughed at me at first. Like, don't worry. But what you need to understand is that you do project love. You give so much love to the world, and that is an incredible thing. But think of it like a tree. If you give so much love to this tree and you keep watering this tree and you care for this tree is going to grow up into this big, beautiful, awesome tree. But if you don't love yourself, you're not going to have the passion to pursue or care for this tree anymore, and it's going to wither and die. Your actions upon your own self are going to be the result of what happens in your life. You need to stop. You know, it basically made me look in my, like, at myself and like take my own advice. You know, in one of my videos, like a couple videos back, I mentioned, you know, gotta love the struggle, love the pain. There's no room in this world for hate. And, you know, it's basically saying, follow that, take that advice. And I guarantee you, like, you are on the right path. Is bad as shit seems, as confusing as shit seems, it does not matter, because this is where you need to be at this point in time, and we're always here for you. You know why? Because you are me and I am you. And as this is all happening, you remember I'm going through this fucking machine gun of dimensions, dude. Like, the way I explained it when I came out of it was, you ever seen that show, The Price is Right? It's like that game Blinko on there. Basically, if you've never seen it, it's like a chip, like a hockey puck thing, and they drop it through like these like things, right? And it just go boom, 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 and the object is to make it land in like the biggest, you know, amount of money or whatever. My consciousness was this Blinko chip, and each time I would like hit like a wall, like it was like geometrics, patterns, dimensions, another one, and I'm just like getting all this, and like my mind's wrapped around this weird generator of fucking confusion and happiness and just ball of love, dude. And I remember like just kind of sitting up crying, and everyone's like looking at me like smiling, and their heads are like all inflated. They look at, looks like that fucking Airheads commercial from the 1990s where they eat the Airheads and they all turn into balloons and shit. And I just remember like being in complete awe and like just crying and be like, I fucking love you guys. And Hope immediately came up and started hugging me, and I was hugging her and crying, and then Brock came. It was just one giant group hug. Everyone was crying, and I just started explaining, like I said to you, like, I know my path now. Like I needed that. I fucking needed that. I really needed that. And man, like, it was like, when I came out of the DMT trip, it was like I was stretched. You know what I mean? Like, not like fucking like salvia or anything, like I'm getting ripped apart, man. But it was more like you wake up in the morning from this long, tedious slumber, and you just, and it was just that, relaxing, like, wow, you know? Wow. W-O motherfucking W, dude. Amazing. And what was really cool about this DMT trip was that my vibration, like all of this self-love that I experienced, was projected into everybody else. And all those vibes that everyone had, and It completely flipped their trip. Everyone after that was having a good time, loving each other. We're all laughing together. It was absolutely incredible. And it was honestly what I needed, really what I needed. Psychedelics have been speaking to me at a much deeper level than it has pretty much all year, because deep down inside, I know there's change that needs to be done in my life. And these tools are finding me and showing me what it is I need to do. And I have this, understanding of reality now, that I'm no longer confused, though. I'm on a boat and I'm floating through the ocean, and the only thing I can do is ride out the storm, or ride out the waves and wait for the storm to pass. And you know what? The clouds are clearing and it's a beautiful day. So after that, hung out, spent an amazing time with these people, amazing souls. Shout out to all of you guys. I went to a rave with a very special person, and then it got shut down by Pinal County Sheriffs, and it was fucking crazy. But that's a story for another time, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a lot from my experience. Always love yourself. Always love yourself, because in the end, you're a warrior, and no matter what, hate is only an illusion. It's time to rip the veil and expose what's true. You are loved and you are divine. And I am your Uncle Icarus, forever that weird uncle, trying to get you to do drugs. Until next time, folks, take care. Peace, love, and smoke that DMT.